2024 has been a pretty great year for massive new RPGs. We've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is absolutely huge. Anyone that loves chasing random quests in the wilderness definitely had a good time there, plus, it's Final Fantasy VII. Great story. And of course, the DLC for Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, which, let's be honest, was basically a full game, not really a DLC. And you can go down the list. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Unicorn Overlord, Persona 3 Reload. A great year, definitely, but there's still the second half of 2024, which has a great showing too. So let's talk about the JRPGs that are in the second half of 2024, starting with an old game turned into something new, Romancing Saga 2 Remake. Which is not just a rehash of the game with a couple of pretty new sprites. This is an entire remake, fully 3D, and it looks like a great way to introduce people to the Romancing Saga series. Romancing Saga is a little different than a lot of other JRPGs, and Romancing Saga 2 showcases a lot of these ideas. An entire city that is under your control that serves as your way to get new weapons, armor, magic, and have fun building up a city. There's a system of gaining new abilities where you fight enemies in the field and learn those abilities on the fly, and it's a much more open and non-linear style that allows you to choose what you'll do next and the way that you handle each mission, and there will be cause and effect. There will be actual consequences to what you do, big consequences. Romancing Saga 2 is open in a way that invites experimentation, and for those who haven't tried it yet, will be a breath of fresh air that takes you away from the normal point A to point B structure that's in many JRPGs. Metaphor ReFantazio is a new project from many of the developers that brought you Persona 3, 4, and 5, including director Katsura Hashino. They decided to switch things up and created an entirely new game with some of the ideas that you know from Persona, mixed with a lot of new systems. The idea is that you'll be participating in the rise of a new monarch after the previous one died. So move around the countryside on your Gauntlet Runner, which is this giant vehicle where it'll be like kind of a hub. You'll be solving various problems, engaging in politics, and hopefully making the people love you enough to support your cause, all while fighting with transformations called archetypes that serve as the game's job system, class system, that sort of thing. Persona fans should definitely give this one a try, since a decent amount of the mechanics from Persona will still be there, but with a twist, so it'll be something new, something fresh. Ys 10 is the latest game in the Ys action RPG series from Falcom and adds new layers. One of those layers is the ship that you'll be piloting from sea to sea, engaging other ships in combat all while screaming out your favorite sea shanties. So think of it like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but in Ys form. That ship also serves as your base of operations during the game, where you'll be taking part in various activities like upgrading your weapons, crafting potions, and having some dinner with your friends, all stuff that they've done in various Ys games. It'll be kind of a new experience though. Plus, fishing, of course, and can't be a JRPG without fishing. That doesn't touch on the mana strings that you'll be skating on or shooting into the air to fly around like you're the red-haired version of Spider-Man. Ys is always a blast to play, and Ys 10 Nordics doesn't look like it's changing that. Highly recommended for anyone to check out, for sure. Mario and Luigi Brothership is a fresh take on the series of RPGs that were played on Nintendo's handheld consoles over the years, made by a completely new developer. But it still looks like the games of the past, some similarities there, while giving them a shiny new coat of paint. And because it's Mario, you won't be just getting RPG combat, but plenty of other types of gameplay, from platforming to various minigames. I think people that really enjoyed Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario will love this kind of game. Overall, it looks like a lot of fun and a nice getaway from other more serious and heavy RPGs in terms of story. This one focuses more on the fun. Fantasian is the latest game from Final Fantasy creators and legendary developers at Mistwalker, Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobuo Uematsu, who you may have heard of, because they created one of the biggest franchises ever. It was originally released and trapped on iOS, where it sat for years out of my reach because I'm not touching any Apple products. But now, It's on modern consoles and PC with a nice facelift and a new name, Fantasian Neo Dimension. Although the story hasn't earned incredible praise, the gameplay, systems, and music definitely has, and apparently it has a nice bit of difficulty to it as well. So it'll be fun to see how it plays outside of mobile, and if it will hold up outside of that against the big hitters that we've been getting all year. I think it'll do a good job, and we'll see pretty soon. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake is one of the most exciting remakes that we've gotten in the JRPG space. Not just because of itself, but also because it apparently spawned 2 children in Dragon Quest I and Dragon Quest II HD 2D remakes. But in 2024, we focus on Dragon Quest III, which looks fantastic in the new Octopath Traveler-esque style. And it doesn't seem to be straight one-to-one in terms of a remake either. They've upgraded various things, brought a nice bit of quality of life to it, while keeping the spirit of Dragon Quest III alive. I think they might have even added some new content. But we'll see. For anyone interested in trying out the Dragon Quest series, this is chronologically the first in a trilogy, so it's a great place to get your feet in the door. All of these different JRPGs have a lot to offer and showcase many aspects of different JRPGs, so whether you're an old school fan, someone that loves non-linear games, or someone that wants quick-paced action, there's something for you in pretty much any of these. They're all available on a variety of different platforms, so regardless of where you game, you'll have something to check out. You have another game that is in the later half of 2024 that you're excited for that you didn't see here, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.